What up, y'all? It's your man DJ Fresco.
Hello.
And I'm Fino.
And this is The Wave Show. You know what it is. We're back in the building. It's your man Fresco. I got the fellas along here with me. And we're back for another week and another dope topic. So we're not going to waste no time. We're going to get right into it. This week, we're talking about man code. The whole idea of man code. Is it really a man code? Or is it just all in the mind? Is it just a thought? We're going to dissect it and get right into it, okay? So, fellas, let me ask y'all this, man. When you hear the term man code, like, what comes to your mind? Like, you just hear somebody talking about man code.
I think it's just like, so man code, to me, when I hear it, when people are talking about it, it's like people's perception of how a man's supposed to act. Mm-hmm. A straight man's supposed to act around other people and so on and so forth. Because it's kind of like the code is, you can't do this because you're going to be perceived this way. Mm-hmm. You know, to keep it in straight terms, to be a straight shooter is, if you do this, you're going to look gay. Mm-hmm. You know, that's really what it is. So it's just
feminine.
Yeah, feminine. It's almost like the code is, this is how men are supposed to act.
Right.
But my thing is like, who even brought up this code? Like, who created this code? Why wasn't I in the meeting? I was supposed to be in that meeting.
Said this code was law?
Now it raises the question. But when we were coming up, you know, everyone abided by that. Now it's like, okay, you're adults, and we're like, where does it come from? Now, just like that, you know, when you get older and wiser, you start questioning everything. So now we're questioning, but everyone was subjective to that coming up because you had to answer to someone. You know, if you was a group of people you in school, you kind of had to rock a certain way, or else you'd be the victim of whatever come behind, not to be real different, or picked on, or fighting every day, or fighting every other day because you stood out in a different way. So, you know,
maybe that's a society that we're in now, but coming up, I didn't like, for example, I just saw this video where this guy was eating a banana, and then on the thing, on the meme or the title, it says, this is how a man is supposed to eat a banana in public without breaking man code. Right. So he was breaking the banana, he was shaking it like it was French fries or something, and then like it was hot, and then he threw it in his mouth like sunflower seeds. That's how he was eating it. I'm like, coming up, you know, like my mom would come out with some bananas and give it to the kids. Be like, we'd be eating a banana. Or the ice cream man. The ice cream man, the soft serve, he'll come by, boom. There's also a man code. You can't eat ice cream a certain way. You got to eat it out of a cup. Man. Hell no. I need my waffle cone.
You know what?
Southside or Southwest Atlanta, everything is a roast.
You know what?
Everything.
When you brought up the whole banana thing, I just really thought about what you were saying. Instead of eating a banana how you would normally eat it, this motherfucker eat shaking it and doing all that extra shit, so he probably want to look a certain kind of way.
Well, and who's to say what's the normal way to eat a banana? Who's to say that eating it the way that people might perceive as being a little awkward is the right way? People can eat how they want to eat. Some people
eat it how you want to eat, not because there's just some made-up rule book of how you should eat it. Otherwise, you're going to be perceived as gay.
I think the video you referring to, I think homie just did that for the sake of the fact of how other people think. But
I've seen men try to eat bananas like that. They'll break it off and then they'll, you know, like they eat, you know, peanuts or something like that.
But maybe how you know that's just not how.
But I've seen other posts where they're talking about you can't eat. If you're gonna eat ice cream, you gotta eat it out of a cup, not a cone.
I never saw.
And you can't eat no popsicles. You can't eat no popsicles or blow pops. I was like, what? Like, because I guess you're gonna be doing the sucking motion. There's no other way to eat a popsicle without sucking on it.
We've had conversation before where you thought differently.
We gonna keep it up. I'm looking dead into the camera right now. We keeping it all the way a buck. I, DJ Fresco, if I have a lollipop or a popsicle, I am going to suck it. That's how I've always eaten one. That's how I'm going to eat one. I give two fucks what you think about me. I don't know you. I don't care.
That's how I would eat. How would you eat?
You know what I'm saying?
How would you eat? How would you eat it?
I don't think I should sit up here and discuss how I would eat anything. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're talking about The mind, whether it's a mindset.
For the record, I'm gonna put it out here. This man said he bites his lollipops and he bites his popsicles. I don't know anybody who will sit there and grab an ice cold popsicle and bite it.
I don't know anybody who will sit there and grab an ice cold popsicle and bite it. Sorry, I'm doing it. Oh my god! Oh my!
Listen,
You just want to let it go.
what I'm trying to say is I'm not gonna sit here and adjust how I do things, how I was brought up doing things. You know, just because this group of men or women or something they're gonna have a perception of how I'm doing things. You know, to say, oh, you know,
Right.
he's not a real man or that's not
I
macho.
think it's a growing period because again, when you're younger, you know, you do things like that. You know what I mean? Because again, you know, 10 years ago, the conversation we wouldn't even have this conversation. It was just how you are. You conscious about everything. Right now, you're at the age when you're an adult, and it's like, who cares? You know what I mean? But it's generation wise. You know, when you're young, you are trying to maintain you're trying to figure out who you are first off in a society where everything is deep.
I wasn't cautious about how I ate a popsicle or a blow pop.
Not necessarily that.
Nah, I
not,
wasn't.
not necessarily that. But again, there are other things that men tend to not do that they might feel comfortable doing. You know, in their personal setting that they probably won't come out and do in public. Only few people are bold enough to talk about it. You know what I mean? And other people will shun away from it because it's geared.
I know.
Because we've had conversations.
We have.
where it was it seems one way because society makes it seem that way, but it's all into each person's liking. You know what I mean?
Now look, I'll say this: there's certain things that I just won't let another man do, except for like my father or my brother.
And not even just what certain men do. It's certain things, period. Even if there's certain things for a woman doing for you, certain things you might not even want a woman to do because you might feel like it puts you in the seat.
No, like what? Like wipe my ass if I take a shit? No, because at that point that's extra personal, and that point is like you were never raised to. Well, what else do you have to do that a woman cannot do?
I'm just saying in general. Like I know everything. You're not just let everything hang on every bit of things you're saying. Okay. There's some things you're gonna be like, nah, that's just against what I feel that I am.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't put it that way.
And it's okay.
And I wouldn't put it that way. I would put it as, nah, there's just certain things I won't do because it's just too personal. Like scratching my back.
Right.
I'm not. If I have an itch in my back that I can't reach. Right. I'm not gonna ask you or
and again,
DJ Fresco to scratch my back.
It may not necessarily be what people think society feel. Maybe people just don't feel comfortable. It's what they feel comfortable doing. You know what I mean?
But we ain't talking about that. We talking about this made up a rule book called the Man Code,
which every male followed or had something to do with at some point in their life before they realized it didn't matter.
Wait, what you mean have to do? It's not physically written.
No. But you acknowledge it in what you do because there'll be certain things you might neglect based on the fact that it may not seem. It seems like a weaker thing to do. I won't even say effeminate. It'll be a weaker thing to do. It'll make you look not strong enough, or make you look weak.
I do a lot of that stuff
now. But let's go back 10 years ago. You fell in the category we all did because we didn't know any better. Now we know better.
Yo, so on that note, I guess my whole thing is, man, yo, just do you, man. If you accustomed to doing things a certain way, just do you. You know what I mean? I mean, as far as it being a man code, like we discussed earlier, it's just really a mind thing because again, there's no physical book or copy of a man code. I think it's just a mind thing, but you know, I think. Being a man, you know, certain things, not all things, but certain things, you know, you kind of be like, I ain't gonna do that, but you know.
And my thing is, I don't feel like it's necessarily a man code. Men got estrogen too, not as much as women, but hey, so you can't avoid your femininity.
Right.
The only opinions that matter to me. Those are my fathers, my brothers, these guys, and a couple more of the Wave brothers. The only men's opinions that matter to me. So, you know, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna, you know,
That's pretty much how I'm flowing.
And I need my ice cream. I need my butter pecan on a waffle cone. I'm not gonna eat it out of a cup. I refuse.
And I'm
now,
sucking my popsicle.
Yeah, I don't eat no ice cream out of a cup either. To be honest with you, I eat out of a cone.
Yeah. How you eat the ice cream?
On that note,
yo, we up out of here, man. It's your man Fresco.
and I'm Lo.
And I'm Fido.
And this is The Wave Show.
Now, look at him. Turn that light on.